everybody, and welcome to Keto Alicious. Today is day 29. Oh my gosh. Tomorrow is day 30. Tomorrow is my measurement day. I'm going to measure in front of you guys, and that is scary but exciting all at the same time. And you know, I've done 30 videos or almost 30 videos in 30 days. And for me to get in front of the camera on that first day was almost like somebody putting a bungee cord on me and telling me to jump. It was really, really hard for me. It is getting easier. I have to say that. I'm really excited. I have had 30 days of the most amazing journey. I've really learned a lot about myself. I did a lot of research and a lot of study, as I told you before, about the keto diet. Before I ever decided to make recipes, I mean, this was a year ago that I have been researching and studying, and that's kind of who I am. I need to know what I'm doing before I just throw myself in and do it. So today I want to talk to you about the top things that will help you, or the top mistakes that people make on keto. And there's quite a few of them, but I'm going to break them down to just a few. And while I do that, I grab my favorite wine glass. I love these little guys. And I grab a bubbly. I also always drink my water. And I grab my bubbly. And I usually drink one of these a day or two of these a day. And I fill it to about right there. Now, you could just do that just plain, and that would be the perfect drink. You could add some flavored stevia to it. You could just put a lime or a lemon with some vanilla stevia or just regular stevia and have an amazing lemonade. On the other hand, this is my other favorite, and this one is Costa Rica Clementine. Now, I do all different flavors, but this time I'm doing this. And I just, you know, these little guys are 18 fluid ounces, and you could drink this whole thing, and it's only got, let's see, less than 1 carb in it. So, you know, you can drink the whole thing. I just like a little bit of sweetness. By the way, these are sweetened with erythritol and stevia extract. Erythritol, I'm sorry, and stevia. So I just take a little bit of whatever flavor I'm doing and add to it just for a little twist. But then I have some flavored, because I drink a ton of water and it's just kind of bland sometimes. So this gives me a good flavor. And what a wonderful drink that is. That has been one of my go-to favorites. So hopefully that'll help you guys. It'll give you lots of options. Do your stevia, do it plain. You know, Costco has, it's not bubbly, but Costco has its own brand of lemon or lime, grapefruit. They don't have any sweeteners in them. You know, it's just carbonated water, so you get your little bit of your salts in there too. So let's talk a little bit about some of the mistakes that people make with keto. One of them is afraid of eating too many fats, so they don't. So I'm going to go over some of the fats that I bring into my days and give you an idea of kind of how I use them. So coconut flour, I usually start the day out with coconut flour and, coconut oil. And I put a teaspoon of that sometimes in my coffee and melt that with everything else. I also cook with it. I also put this in with like my Lily's chocolate chip cookies or my chocolate chips to make chocolate sauce. gets me a little bit of extra fats, you know, and I pour my sauces, my chocolate sauce over different things. You also can pour the chocolate sauce with the coconut oil onto nuts. That's what a lot of people call fat bombs, and you can keep a lot of those different kinds in your freezer so that you have those. The biggest thing is we have been trained, and it has been embedded to us for so many years that fat is bad, fat is bad, fat is bad, and a lot of people can't get past that. So yes, if you were eating canola oil, or you were eating vegetable oil, or you were eating some of those kinds of, you know, fats, those are not good. Those are full of saturated fats. But if you're looking at natural fats, you know, natural fats as far as avocado, like yesterday, you know, I made an amazing avocado guacamole, and all it has in it is avocados, and it has tomatoes and onions, and it has some lemon juice and salt, Himalayan sea salt, and pepper and shears. You could eat that plain. You can just have avocados if you want to. That's a great way to get some fats in. You can put those on tacos. You can slide those on lettuce wraps. You can put them in, you can put avocados in with your eggs and mix it like an egg avocado salad. So there's so many things that you can do with avocados. You can blend avocados and make pudding, chocolate pudding with chocolate cocoa. There's so many things that you can do to add your fats in. And as long as you're adding your healthy fats in, it's okay. And as long as you're staying within your macros, and as long as you have some sort of an app that you're keeping track of, that is the biggest downfall I hear with people, is they're not tracking their food. They're doing more of a lazy keto, which is fine until they start complaining that they're not losing any weight or they're not losing any inches. And the first thing I would say to that is, how do you know how far you're going? And if you don't know, how to get there. So you have to figure out how to get there so that you know how far you've gone. And that's the same thing that we talked about yesterday as far as your why. You need to have a why, guys. You have to figure out your whys, and you have to keep tabs on yourself, because you won't always have to do that, but the Carb Manager app, or whatever one you choose, has been the easiest thing for me. That keeps me right in track. I know exactly where I am after my first meal, and I know exactly what I can have my second meal. And then when I keep tabs on that, before the end of my time frame, before I call it bedded down for the evening and all done with my eating, when I start my intermittent fasting at 7 or 8 o'clock, I know that I have covered my fats, healthy fats. I have covered my proteins. I have gotten enough calories, and I have stayed under 20 grams of net carbs. So it takes practice, and you may not be able to do that right away, but you're not going to do it at all if you don't even know if you're going to hit it, or if you've hit it, or if you haven't, because if you don't keep tabs on it, you don't know. So that's another thing that goes right into the line of eating your healthy fats. Don't be discouraged, guys. Your body needs it to help you burn the fat in your body. So macadamia, so this is absolutely wonderful oil, the macadamia nut oil, and they're just really light flavors. Also olive oil. Now there's certain things, you know, that just taste better with olive oil, pestos and things like that. Then of course my avocado oil. I love this stuff. This stuff tastes so good, and it's high heat resistant. So to get your fats, get some olives in. You know, have a handful of olives. Cook in the morning with, like if you're having eggs or something, cook with your butter. Butter helps get the fat in. Macadamia nuts have been my go-to. I buy those in bulk, and I have a little handful here and there, and it helps me. I don't really do a lot of other nuts. I do with cooking, but I don't. I just have, my pleasure are these, and I sometimes add the Lily chocolate chips to them for salty and sweet. I love that. That's been my favorite go-to. And peanut butter, guys. I get mine at Costco. It's inexpensive. You get a couple of these little guys for very cheap, and you can, you know, if you have keto bread, slather this on keto bread with a little bit of butter, and, you know, if you've got some sugar-free jam, oh my gosh, you're gonna get your fat in, believe me, but you have to work on getting your fat in. You can't be hesitant about it because you will not lose enough weight on your keto diet, okay? All right, so those are my fats, my waters, my drinks. So the next thing I would talk about is, I think a lot of people really compare themselves to others. And I'm gonna say that not everybody is the same. Everybody is different, and everybody loses weight differently. So if you're comparing yourself to the Joneses and they lose faster than you, you're going to get discouraged. And, you know, even though I have done these videos every single day, I have one person that I know that's doing keto, and, you know, and we have discussed a few things, but I am doing this for myself. I feel how my body feels. I check my apps to make sure that I'm getting enough foods. I know when I need to just slurp up some protein really quick, and I just, you know, and you can use that Carb Manager app to test and see. Put a food in there. It'll tell you if it's a protein. It'll tell you if it's got carbs. It'll tell you how much fat it is. You don't have to put it into your day, delete it out, but put everything in there. If you're not sure and you can't read the ingredients very well, then put that in or scan it. Some of them will let you, it'll let you scan some of the items, and it'll tell you exactly what it has in it, if you can have it or not. And it'll grade your foods. It'll give you an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F, that you shouldn't be doing those very often. So that Carb Manager app can really make or break your keto diet, but don't compare yourself to others. Do what feels good to you. And another thing is cheating on the keto diet. Now, I've been the first one to admit that I cheated on the keto diet a couple times. But I have not been that person that allows myself to do really well and then cheat and just say, okay, oh well, I'll get back on it tomorrow. I have made a commitment to this, and so there again goes your why. Make a commitment to yourself. And, you know, cheating is not a lifestyle. It is, you feel like you're on a diet and you're cheating off of your diet, and then you're going back on your diet. Well, keto is not a diet. It is a lifestyle change. And if you're not ready for the lifestyle change that keto is giving you and all of the benefits that you get, your health benefits, and maybe getting off some medications, then honestly, maybe keto isn't for you. Because if you handle this like a diet and you cheat from your diet, then how in the world are you going to be able to commit yourself and stay on the keto lifestyle if you don't learn to commit yourself to, when you do have a craving, what are you going to do about it? What kind of foods can you have? So cheating is not the answer. Maybe it's the way you handled some of your other diets, but this is not a diet. This is a lifestyle change. And most people, when they go into learning about keto, excuse me, they, they kind of understand that. So another thing, another big mistake, you have to have your water. You are not eating as many carbs. And carbs suck up, not having carbs sucks up all of the water that you have in your body. Excuse me, I better have a drink with my... So you should be drinking, to even start with, half of your body weight. Whatever you weigh, you should be halving that, and that's how many fluid ounces that you should be drinking. And then you get to a point where you start to feel thirsty, and you'll start to feel less hungry, and your body will start to feel like it doesn't need as much food as it did before, because you're filling it up with things that it does need. And it'll become easier to not have to deal with all the carbs, because you'll start to find the vegetables and the fruits that are not high carbs, that are very enjoyable. Now, that's not to say that you can't have high carb vegetables or high carb fruits once in a while, but just enjoy it. Don't make it, change and just upset your everything that you've done. It means that you enjoy the piece of watermelon, and then you go back to whatever you're doing. Now, that's a lifestyle. That's not a cheat. That's a lifestyle in my book. That is enjoying something once in a while and then going back to it. But that doesn't mean days of cheating or meals after meals of cheating. That just means that there's a lot of foods in this world, and have a bite of it or two, and then feel good about it. One of the biggest things that I have experienced in my lifetime with myself and clients that I used to have when I helped them lose weight was stress and cortisols. So I wanted to talk about that. One of the biggest mistakes is stressing yourself out to the max, and your cortisol levels are so high, it's very hard to lose weight. So if you can find a way, when you feel like you're stressed out, to take a moment and to take a deep breath and count to 10, or you have that wonderful place in your home where you could just go lay down, close your eyes for a few minutes, and give yourself the ability to just rest your mind. Tell yourself that everything is going to be okay. Give yourself a few minutes, because you deserve it. And allow yourself to start taking 5 or 10 minutes of some quiet time. Maybe put some music in your ears. I as I'm saying this, I have some sessions that I used to do, just really motivational type things that are calming and relaxing and take your stress levels down very quickly. Maybe I'll put some of those in my store and available to you guys. If stress is a major factor in your life, that is a big issue with anything in your life, including trying to lose weight. So as I'm thinking about that, maybe I'll do that, and maybe I'll put a link down below, and if I decide to put that in my stores and have the ability to help you guys with stress. Another thing is probably, if I were to say anything else, meal prepping. And I have been the first one to acknowledge that I'm not a big meal prepper. However, I don't have kids running around the house, and I don't have every sport, my kids going to sports, and I'm running in and out. Now, my life used to be like that, and I remember the chaos. I remember stopping at the fast food restaurants 4 nights out of the week to grab something. And at that moment in time, when your kids have gone to school all day and now they've gone to their practice, they're starving to death, you haven't thought anything out, you don't know what's going on. I understand that there's a lot of people that are on keto or trying to be on keto that still have that lifestyle. So I do understand that meal planning is very important. So don't get me wrong there, just because I don't do it, but I'm home and I have the time to thaw something out and to think about it and still stay good on keto. So I am going to bring in some of my recipes and ideas and help you guys with meal prepping and hopefully make it easy, maybe like a Sunday to help you meal prep for the week, give you meal plans to, or grab a hold of 5 different recipes or something that you can mix and match for lunches and dinners and have those with you and pre-make those. If you want to put those in containers, in the fridge, so you just grab and go, take them on the run with you, really quick, easy to go snacks. I think that's really important too, is to keep track. Or if you don't want to use my recipes, that's okay too, but grab a few recipes and head to the store, maybe on a weekday or weekend, Saturday or Sunday, if you've got some help with the kids, or take the kids with you, maybe. I don't know, my trips to the stores with my kids were a whole lot harder than going without them, and load up on some of the things that you need in meal prep for the day. Maybe then have the kids help you meal prep, make the recipes, maybe have each kid make a recipe and then put them all in containers so that you guys have them for the week. But these are some of the biggest mistakes that people make. And I would say the number one biggest mistake that people make, from what I can tell, I am joined on a lot of groups, and so I kind of behind the scenes, I participate and help, but I also just am behind the scenes, and I focus a lot on what people's struggles are. And the number one struggle, and I see it verbatim, and it is this: I'm so excited, I'm starting my keto diet today. What do I do? And I'm amazed. What do you mean? What do you do? Well, then they're depending on everybody else in that group or forum to give them the information, because they're not doing the information on themselves. In my book, your body's different than everybody else's. You're not going to follow the same macros as everybody else. You need to find your macro calculator. You need to know what you weigh. You need to give a good average of your workout so that it comes up with a good number that is suitable for you, first off. And then you need to know what foods you need to eat. And you should, before you started keto, you should have shopped for those foods so that your first day of keto is amazing. Not scary and I don't know what to eat and there's no foods available. So please, guys, the number one mistake is don't start keto without knowing what's going on. There's a lot of videos, there's a lot of books out there, there's a lot of good information. There's probably a lot of people like me out there that are doing it and sharing it. So, so get educated. Make sure that if you're going to make this a lifestyle change and you want to complete your why, make sure that you have good information that you're going to do it with. I mean, you wouldn't go and have plastic surgery with just a general practitioner. I hope you wouldn't. I wouldn't. You would do your research and you would find the best of the best to give you that smooth face and that lift that you need. and then you would go in with confidence that you have picked the right person. Do the same thing for your body if you're going to do keto, and do your research and make sure that you go in it with confidence so that you are successful, so you can see some wonderful results. Because I don't want you to fail. Because if you don't plan, then you don't think keto works and you stop, and then you talk bad about it, and then it didn't work for you, because if you're crystal clear to people that you didn't do the research. So do your research. There's a wonderful video out on Netflix. It's called Magic Pill. And that is a great place to start. So if you guys are just thinking about getting started with keto, I would recommend that you go to Netflix and you watch that movie, Magic Pill, and get educated, and then start finding the foods that you need. And I try to help you with all that. I have a keto free grocery list or free low carb food list. I give it away on my website at ketoalicious.com. So go there and grab that, and that'll give you a great start on your journey to at least what you're going to eat. And then I have a wonderful meal planner, a daily meal planner for 2019, and it gives you a day every day of the year. It's over 400 pages, and I give it away for free, guys. So grab that and stay motivated and pre-plan. And you guys, I promise you'll be successful, okay? So I hope a little bit of this information helped you today. I shared my favorite drink with you guys. I'm so relaxed and excited about my journey with keto. This 29 days has been some of the best days of my life. My brain fog is gone. I feel clear. I would have never got in front of the camera, but here I am, because I hope that I help just one person, and I know I'm helping myself, so that matters too. But tomorrow, like I said, is the big weigh-in. I'm going to measure my body in front of you guys. I'm going to let you know if I've lost any inches, if I've gained any inches, if I've stayed the same. And then that will be the end of the 30 days. So I'm not going to stop. I'm not gonna do a daily on me. I'm gonna focus and change it up a bit. I'm gonna do Motivational Monday. I'm gonna eat with you guys, or I'm going to weigh in, and I'm gonna share the weigh in every single week. Every single month, I'm going to do my monthly picture and my monthly measurements with you guys. And all in between that time, I'm still gonna be doing my recipes. I'm still gonna be doing motivational tips. I'm going to take you out dining with me. I'm going to take you traveling with me. I'm going to take you on my keto lifestyle journey, because it's not for me till the end of my weight. This is my lifestyle. So I want to share how I live my life the keto-alicious way. So I love you guys. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you haven't, click the bell above. Please do. Don't miss any of my videos. I want you guys to be successful, and I am so excited that you guys are with me. I hope you have an amazing day today. Today I'm going to be having leftover tacos. I made some extra cheese shells, have extra taco shell or taco meat. As you saw, I have olives sliced up, I have guacamole. So I've got some amazing leftovers that I'm going to eat. And then I think my husband and I are going to go out for a steak dinner tonight with a salad for me. So I'm very confident that I will be staying very good on the keto diet. And tomorrow, don't miss my final 30 days. Come with me and measure with me. I'm so excited that you guys have been following me with this. And I love you all. I will see you tomorrow. I'll put some workout clothes on. It might not be pretty, but so I can get good measurements, and I'll share them with you. All right, guys. Cheers. Have a carbonated drink on me. Love you guys. Bye-bye.